Hello everyone, Brad here with Custom Offsets. Got episode lifts and levels. This is going to be a fancy pants kit here. This is a BDS 6-inch coilover kit. This is going to be for 2011 to 2016 Super Duty Ford trucks, F250, F350. This is, like I said, coilover kit. So you got your coilovers up front. We're replacing, you're going to completely remove the factory coil springs and buckets. Well, I guess you're going to leave the top bucket. You remove the factory coil springs. They get replaced with these Fox 2.5 coilovers, and they come with some new bracketry to get everything mounted in there, because obviously these trucks are never designed to run coil springs. So you basically have this top coil spring mount, which you drill and then bolt into the factory bucket, and the new coilover will mount inside here. And there's some brackets that go on the bottom that actually bolt right to the axle to mount the coilovers up front. We're going to be replacing the factory radius arms with these individual control arms here. That's why it's called a control arm kit, because you have these 4 individual control arms for the front axle. Gives you basically, allows you, they're obviously going to be longer than the factory radius arms and all that, so to keep the front axle centered under the truck, and also allows you more control over the axle in terms of how you want to roll the axle for camber, or sorry, caster, anything like that. And then, although we do have the 2.5 coilovers up front, we're still going to actually run shocks up front as well alongside of the coilovers for some extra dampening capability, because these trucks are quite heavy. And then obviously this finish, I didn't mention this, but this is not a BDS finish. This one we had custom powder coated. This is Sandy Beach. What is that? What it was? Sandy Beach. It's kind of a cool textured finish. But anyway, so then up front we also got the track bar relocation bracket here, as well as a new adjustable heavy duty track bar, which is over there, taken apart. And then all these, just a bunch of brackets here. These are going to be for the control arm brackets to basically move everything down and have everything at a good level. Lots of hardware, as you can see. This truck's getting the recoil series traction bars as well, so that's what these brackets are going to be here. These bolt to the axle, and the traction bars will bolt off of this new pitman arm, a drop pitman arm up front. And then this one's getting dual Fox steering stabilizers. This truck's getting everything, pretty much. Everything that BDS offers, this truck is pretty much going to get. And is there really anything else? It's going to get Fox shocks in the back, new leaf springs in the back, no blocks in the back on this one, I do not believe. And then new U-bolts, top plates, everything. I think that's it. It's kind of weird when it's laid out on the ground like this, because I just bounce all around. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go, this is a big build we're gonna do this weekend, and unfortunately I actually have to be here, so that sucks. But yeah, signing off. Peace. All right guys, so this is the 6-inch BDS coilover system. We got it installed in the truck here. We're on kind of a tight deadline, so it's not gonna go back up in the air to film this. You can pretty much see everything on the kit from the ground anyway, so it should work out fine. I guess we'll start with the heart of the system is going to be the 4-link control arm design here. As you can see, this is gonna replace the factory radius arms. So you're not going to be dropping factory radius arms or anything like that. You actually got to knock off factory radius arm brackets, and then you're going to get these new BDS DOM link arms in place. So you have a 4-link system, which really helps you dial in the caster on the axle, and will actually help you, if you ever decide to go off-roading, help have the axle articulate a little bit better. So you get your 4-link system here. This is going to be a coilover kit. So we got Fox 2.5 coilovers up front, and then Fox 2.0 shock up front as well to help with the dampening. For this big heavy truck, you certainly can use the extra dampening. So no more coil spring anymore. You take the coil spring out, you have to cut the factory retainer up top, and then install the brackets here for the coilovers, and then it also just bolts in place on the bottom of the axle there. So another big key to lifting these trucks properly is keeping the axle centered left to right, and to do that BDS uses their track bar drop bracket, which you can see here, replaces the factory track bar bracket, relocates it by bringing it down, and they also give you their nice heavy duty adjustable front track bar, so you can actually dial in your axle center to center under the truck and basically set it at ride height and get it perfectly centered. These trucks aren't perfect from the factory to begin with, so the adjustability is a really nice piece. And then another very important piece is the pitman arm drop. You'll see the original pitman arm, which we actually have over there, is flat. This one here is dropped heavily, and that's to maintain a similar angle between the track bar and the pitman arm to help prevent any bump steer scenarios. And then the front sway bar gets dropped down here with brackets rather than using extended links, which is nice, so then you can always replace the links with factory links. You don't have to worry about getting any special links. And then as you can see up front, this one has the dual stabilizer. This is going to be a Fox 2.0 dual stabilizer setup, which is a really nice setup. You're going to be running bigger tires, help keep the tires under control. As far as up front, that's pretty much it for the lift. You don't have to do anything with the drive shaft on these Super Duties. The 17 and up, the aluminum trucks, they actually switched the drive shaft style. No longer is a double cardan drive shaft. So anything, I think it's over 6 inches, you actually have to get a new drive shaft or clock the transfer case, but not on up to 2016 Super Duties. You don't have to worry about that, which is nice. So on the back, usually the kit will just come with blocks for the rear, but on this one we upgraded to the leaf spring pack in the rear, and you retain the factory block. These trucks have 2 different size rear blocks from the factory, 2-inch or 3.5. You need to know which ones you have so BDS can send you the right U-bolts, length U-bolts for the rear. This particular truck has 3.5-inch factory blocks, so those stay there, and they use the new leaf spring on top of them to lift the truck. And you can see with the 3.5-inch blocks, it's a very level stance. So if you have 2-inch blocks, you may have a little bit of a tail low stance or a sag or a squat look. Some people like that though, so just know you need to measure and get the right size when you order. And then we rounded up 2.0 Fox shocks in the rear as well, of course. There's a brake line relocation bracket down here on the axle, so you're not overextending the factory brake lines. And then we also did the recoil traction bars on this truck. You can see them here. They're BDS's newest line of traction bars. They actually have a dampening rod and spring inside them, which is nice, so they don't ride terribly like a normal single point traction bar would. So those are a really nice touch, especially on diesel trucks with more power and bigger wheels and tires, prevent any chance of axle wrap. So that's a nice way to round it off. And then other than that, that should be it for this truck. But anyway, that's going to be the BDS 6-inch coilover system for F250 and F350 trucks. Bye.